if I want to have different functionality. I'm using it on the server and the client. There's YUI 3 is self-contained. That's the only library that can do that right now. You can't do it with jQuery, you can't do it with .NET controls, but we're working with the other teams to actually get this out there, because the idea is just beautiful. That I can write my whole website in JavaScript, and I can still run it for everybody, because the server understands JavaScript much like it understands PHP, ASP, and other languages nowadays. So this is one of the wild things where YUI is going right now. But if you really want to just use it, YUI 2 is the place to go. So we have a few time for questions and answers before lunch. So are there any questions from you? Okay, we don't have anybody to bring a microphone. We don't have a microphone. Alright, so start it up.
Would you give an explanation for the self-contained thing?
What, the Express.js stuff? Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is a video of that available by the guy that wrote it, Dave Glass. The explanation is what we're doing on the server is we're using Node.js, which is server-side JavaScript, and we're using DOM.js, which is a simulated browser. So in JavaScript, when you write a widget like that, you tell the browser to make this blue and to move that there. And as we're using the same on the server side, it just creates an HTML string that it sends back to you.
Without any JavaScript engine?
The JavaScript engine is Node.js V8, the Google engine on Node.js, so you have to install that on your server. But once you have that, you can actually use the widgets client and server side the same way. So there's an on David Glass demo, and I've written that up on Ajaxian as well. Let's see, Express.js. There's a video of him from at the last time and also this time at the YUIConf where he explains it to you, and you can actually go to GitHub and get the instructions how to install it yourself. I had it running on this machine, but I'm actually breaking that one because I got a new one. Otherwise I could have shown it to you live here as well. But it's not that hard. You just install You just install Node.js, you install V8, and you just download this pack, unzip it, and you're done. And you can start using your widgets client side and server side, which is amazing for mobile interfaces. Like you have mobile phones with really bad 3G connections, you still can give them the same interface. It just loads as a simple HTML string that gets sent out in one go. It's a bit like writing your own PHP API to render out strings of HTML, except you do it in JavaScript. Okay, any more questions? There's a video coming, microphone coming.
Yeah, I have a question about the general vision of Yahoo products like YQL and all those stuff. What's the catch behind it? I mean, how does Yahoo generate revenue out of it? If it does, what's the point? Why is it open for the public to use it?
Okay, have you been here earlier? I explained it actually. Mm-hmm. I explained earlier that we built YQL for ourselves. We spend far too much time and money on talking to each other about our own APIs. So we built YQL for ourselves, and the best way to test any platform right now is to give it out to the world and to let people play with it. Because you find bugs we can't think about. We could hire 400 people to play with our system and find problems, or we could give it out to the world. They find problems for us, we fix them and make our own product better that way as well. Same with YUI. YUI, we came up with a lot of solutions for it, but the problem is if you build something and you just build it for yourself, you're missing out on a lot of opportunities. If you give out a system to the world, then people will start playing with it in ways that you didn't think of, and all of a sudden your system becomes much better because you can actually support someone with a Chinese website, with a Russian website, with if there's translation problems with the menus, for example, in Arabic. When I built Yahoo, when I built visitbritain.com, we had this great menu that was going out to that site. As soon as I had to go to Hebrew or Arabic, it had to go to the other side. None of the systems were doing that. As we built the menu and we bought companies in China and in Russia, and we had companies in Israel actually using our product, we realized, like, hang on, it has to do that as well. So we found a problem, we built a solution, and we wouldn't have found that problem if we hadn't given it out for free. So there's no catch. The thing about it is, in YQL's case, we're thinking about monetizing it later on if you want more than 10,000 hits. That's the main thing there. Or if you want to use YQL behind a firewall instead of just going out to our servers and back, that would be another way to monetize it. And with YUI, we don't need to monetize it because it's just